How's it going, everybody? Review Man here, and today I am here to talk about a show I decided to give a second chance. And I know this whole show's hype is kind of bon- uh, gone off the rails, but I decided to watch it because I really haven't found anything new to review yet. But of course, I'm talking about Tiger King. Now, Tiger King is about this guy that looks like a he pretty much looks like a gay Joe Dirt that's just like that just that loves tigers and he loves what he does. He loves wildlife. And there's three main people in this story. There's Joe Exotic. He runs the Great Winewood Zoo or enclosure, and it has like tigers. I think he said he has like 227 tigers. There's Doc Antle. He lives down in Myrtle Beach, and he has this wildlife enclosure. And then there's the so-called bad guy of this story, Carol Baskins, who she thinks that anybody that either even pets a tiger, even, has any kind of tiger as a pet, anything to endanger the freedom of a tiger, is a bad person. And she kind of looks like this hippie that was stoned out on some weird stuff. Now Joe Exotic, he seems like an okay person. He was married from about 2002 to about 2011. I believe that's what they said. But anyway, he's just saying that if y'all come after my tigers and y'all try to shut me down, it's pretty much going to be a war. So he's pretty much kind of the the first episode is called Not Your Average Joe. It's just introducing you to the main people. You got Joe Exotic, you got Carol Baskin, you got Doc Antle, you got they introduce some people on Joe's staff. They introduce some of Doc's wives. They introduce Carol's husband Howard Baskin, who pretty much uh, I haven't gotten this episode yet, but if you've seen it, don't tell me anything. But this is just the first episode, talking about the first episode. It's not really a review. So Howard, he's Carol's husband. He kind of looks like, but in this relationship, Carol wears the pants, if you know what I mean. And then it's got like different news clips. It's kind of like a documentary, and you got a bunch of other key players. You got the producer of the show. You got uh, Joe's husband. You got um, like I said, Howard. You got like a bunch of other key players. Too many to really name. And then there's this sheriff that um, keeps on getting. What am I trying to say? Keeps on getting like threats and stuff against Joe Exotic, saying that he's an evil person, he's crazy. And if you've seen this show, he does look crazy. He does. And there was like one part at the end of the first episode, Not Your Average Joe, where he sends Carol like a box of snakes to her mailbox, and because it's her birthday. And like I said, the Carol, Joe, Carol, Joe, and Carol, Joe, and it's Carol and Joe and Doc, and then it's Carol. It's kind of like a what you call that thing? A love hate triangle, pretty much. You got Joe right here. You got you got Joe right here. You got Doc right here, and you got Carol right here. So it all comes together. It's like a love hate triangle. So, and they got some pretty cool looking tigers in this show. And he's got like 227. Doc, I can't see how this guy sells tickets because he said it cost him it cost him a bunch of money to feed these tigers. That's why his ticket prices are so high. And so the whole first episode was them talking about was pretty much introducing themselves and them giving their hate for Carol Baskins. Carol Baskins really just doesn't care. She just wants to end all animal captivity. She wants to end all that. She's kind of like a hippie. Sorry if I've been any hippies out there. But anyway, she's kind of looks like a hippie. And pretty much it's, you fire a shot at me, I fire a shot at you, and this, that, and the third. So, let's see. What else can I say about this episode? There's really not much to say, really. There are a bunch of weird people. Joe has a gift shop. He even sells Tiger King underwear. Tiger King underwear. And then they got, whenever they were talking to Joe Exotic, he's like, Joe, what kind of underwear do you wear? I don't wear underwear. I go free balls. So, yeah, there are some pretty cool looking animals in this show, in this series. I wouldn't mind going to one of these places if I had the money. So far, like I said, the three main players we're dealing with is Ohio, Winewood, Ohio, at Joe Exotic Zoo. We're dealing with Carol Baskins Animal Rescue in Florida. And we're dealing with Doc Antle in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. So, yeah, and a lot of and then of course with any animal story, we have PETA, people against the ethical treatment of animals. PETA. And of course PETA gets involved. Anything, like I said, anything tiger, anything related like that, PETA gets involved. And PETA wants to pass this act that will be banning all private zoos across America. And you know that if that gets passed, Joe Exotic won't have his zoo, Doc won't have his zoo, Carol won't care because she wants to release all the animals. But anyway, let's see what else. Oh yeah, and at the beginning of this episode, they talked to Joe Exotic after he's been incarcerated in prison because if you didn't know, Joe Exotic is being framed for the murder of Carol Baskin's husband. But I haven't got that far yet. I'm only on episode 1. But and Joe said that if he doesn't get out, he will shut everybody down. That's how we pretty much ended the first episode. So, not really much more to talk about. Go check out the first episode. It's an okay. I'll bring you the next episode tomorrow. What is this next episode called? Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. I'll bring you the next episode tomorrow. So I'm the Review Man, guys. You are you. Go out, pet a tiger, go to a zoo. I know we got this whole corona thing going on, this whole pandemic thing. Zoos might not be open, but if you do go, wear a mask, protect yourself, protect animals, protect pretty much everybody, because one day we will get through this. And take care of yourself, guys. I'm trying my darndest to take care of myself. I really am. But it just getting kind of. Anyway, that's a story for another day. So anyway, from me, the Duck Dynasty guys, Cartman, or Decade, and Mysterion, or Kenny. I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Have a good one.